to this new edition of Exposure, the truth behind every little whisper. I'm Adam Brown, and this is my co-host. Well, that's just Shane Mitchell.
In today's Cool No Exposure, the stories we have are the country's cuts popular within the public, and should, the public fit around the royal family's perfect little wedding.
Our reporters went out and spoke to the public in the little local town of the northeast, Darlington, to see what they really thought.
And now, I'm going to hand you over to our outside reporters. Their name's Ben Edkins and Joe Hall.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Shane. I'm Ben Edkins and I'm here with
Joe Hall.
We're here to interview the public of Darlington
and to find out their opinions on the following issues, which are council cuts and the royal wedding, and whether in any way they link in.
Should we go then?
Yep, let's go.
Mr. Spencer, do you think the council cuts are necessary?
Some of them, yes. They've had the whole budget cut, so they've got to try and make ends meet one way or another.
Do you think the cuts affect you in any sort of way?
Not really, no. Being a pensioner, there's not much I can do to me.
So the topic of the royal wedding now, and do you think it's overrated in any way?
No.
So are you really interested in it?
Well, interested to watch it. I shall watch it on the television.
Do you think it's worth any money? Worth the money?
It'll be worth a lot of money to London and places like that with the people going down. So yes, it's worth the money.
Right, thanks.
Catherine, can I just ask you about the cuts? Do you think they're generally necessary?
I think they probably are necessary, but it's where you make them.
Yeah. Are they affecting you in any way? Do I just ask you?
Not at the moment. I think things like free bus passes, I think they'll go eventually, and that would affect me, but I think they need to go, or at least be means tested.
So is that one of the services you say should be prioritised then, for keeping the free bus passes?
No, I don't think that should be kept. Priorities, I think, are to do with people who need care at home. Basically, things to do with people who haven't got means to look after themselves.
Alright, just finish off. All this money that's being spent on the royal wedding, do you think it's okay for them to spend all this money when there's so much things being cut because there's a shortage of money at the moment?
I'm not sure how much the royal family are actually spending and how much the government's spending. I think the royal family could afford to contribute a bit more, really.
Alright, okay, thank you for your time.
Okay,
anyway.
Thank you.
Matthew, do you think the cuts are necessary?
Well, I don't think that they should take it out of the places that they're taking it out of, like the public services and stuff. I think they should find the more unnecessary things to take it out of.
Right. So, would you say that the cuts are affecting you in any way?
Not really me personally, but they're affecting the environment around me. So I guess they sort of are a little bit. But
all right. And just linking it to the royal wedding in a minor way. Do you think they're spending all this money on the royal wedding, but do you think they really should be, when they should be helping the people who are getting most affected by these cuts?
Well, I think that the money that's going to the royal wedding, some of it is being excessively spent, so it's not really necessary. But all in all, I think that it should be put to better use in the way that it is.
All right, thank you.
Do you any sort of think it's overrated?
No, not really. I think that the country should be taking care of the royal wedding. It's something that is like an institution and it brings people together and stuff like that. So I don't think it's overrated at all.
I think it's worth all the money though.
It is a lot of money, and I think it's a lot of money in a time where it's where money is tight and the economic climate is really struggling. But I think that things like this can bring people together. But I do think it's a lot of money. I think that if perhaps it was paid for a little bit more out of what money is in reserves for the royals that they have in their own reserves, rather than the taxpayer, I think that would probably be better.
Yeah. Are you interested in it?
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I mean, I think that, like I said before, it'll bring the country together and stuff, and there's a lot of people who are still very supportive of the royal family, and as a country we sing the national anthem and stuff like that. So I think it's a really good thing.
How do the cuts affect you?
Well, I don't get EMA or anything, but like I've got family members who do, and if they lose it, then they're going to find it difficult to like get things that they need every week and every month.
Do you think the cuts are necessary?
No, I think they could get them like they could find other things to cut down on instead of EMA and travel and stuff.
Which services should be prioritised?
I think bus services should be prioritised because they're very like a lot of students use them, and a lot of people, and they need them to get to college every morning.
Yeah. Going over onto the topic of the royal wedding now, and do you find it interesting in any sort?
I don't really think it's that interesting because people get married all the time, and it's just, yeah, they're royal and everything, but I don't really think it's a big deal.
Is it worth? It's worth a lot of money. Do you think it should be?
I don't think it should be like as much should be spent on it as what it is, because they're saying that we need to make all these cutbacks and that they need more money, but yet they're spending millions of pounds on a wedding.
There's big speculation over this wedding. Do you think it's really overrated?
I think it is really overrated, yeah.
Thanks, Lucy.
Right, we'll go back to Adam and Shane now in the studio. That's it from us.
See ya.
Oh, welcome back. So Shane, what do you think of the country's cuts in this big royal wedding?
I don't know, I think it's rather disgusting that all this money is being spent on the royal wedding when really everybody else can do it with no money needed whatsoever, you know? I mean, the way the royal family wedding is going about is simply ridiculous.
I completely agree, you know. I do think the royal wedding, it's just to be honest, overrated. The country's complaining about losing these jobs, the cuts, no money, but these people we call the royal family, the ones that are on like the top of the food chain, they're the ones spending all the money. I mean, what, come on.
Totally agree with you there.
Now, you know, the people say the world's supposed to end in 2012. I don't know if it will, but you never know. They've spent all this money and they might be dead. They might not even be together that long.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, if we're all gonna die in just over a year, I mean, should we even care about all these cuts? I mean, because public, I'm asking you to live a little now. Come on.
Well, that was another great show of exposure. Join us next week. Good night and God bless.